On this episode of The Spirit Stories, we are investigating a house that sits on the edge of Dimple Dell Canyon in Sandy, Utah. The residents have been experiencing unexplained locked doors, strange noises, items falling to the floor, and since moving in, the dog won't eat and barks as it stares into the air. They feel like they have a resident ghost living with them, and one of the daughters has named him Jeri. When I was a very young child, I realized I could feel, hear, and see things that others could not. Paranormal phenomena is occurring all around us as spirits are interacting with us in our human realm. My name is Kalena'alo Adams, and I am an intuitive medium. My quest is to bring an understanding for myself and for others as to what it is that spirits are trying to communicate to us. Join me as I interact with spirit and gather information so that I can share with you the spirit stories. So Melanie, how long have you lived in this house?
It's been about 2 months.
When did you start feeling like that there was some spirit activity?
When we first came to look at this house and consider it as a rental, I noticed that it was unusual and that it felt unusual. And as we were preparing to move into the house, I was sitting around with my kids and I said to them, I think we're moving in with a ghost. And my son was like, quit being negative, Mom.
Right.
You know? And it was just a statement. It wasn't like anything negative at all. It was just like kind of a factual
But you
statement.
really felt like
I felt like there was something
there was
here.
a ghost or a spirit.
Yeah, before I moved in.
Okay.
So.
And so then after you moved in, have you had any experiences with this little ghost?
Well, it was about 2 days after it could have been the day after I moved in. I went to enter my bedroom and the door was locked.
Okay.
And that was surprising. And
so do you need a key to get in to the bedroom?
I discovered that I would have needed a key if I didn't know how to pick it.
Oh, okay.
And so I picked it.
That's good to have skills.
Yeah. And so I've had to pick it, I don't know, 6 or 7 times.
The spirit locks you out of your
bedroom. I
bedroom.
get locked out.
Any other doors being locked in
No.
the house?
No, it's just that it's my bedroom.
So when you're in your bedroom, have you had any activity in there?
The only thing I really notice is I wake up at night about 3 o'clock in the morning pretty precisely.
Every night?
And it takes me 2 hours to fall back to sleep.
What are you feeling when you wake up?
I feel heat, stifling, kind of, it's hard to breathe a little bit. I get up and I have to move around and breathe and get water and go outside. And
really? Like you have to get up?
I get up every time.
And have you ever been locked out?
Of the house?
After you go outside, and then you
you
come back into the bedroom.
At nighttime,
is the door
I don't
locked
think so.
to your bedroom? No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not at that point.
Ah. So have you ever tried to talk to this spirit?
No.
Okay. So have your kids had any experiences?
Well, one of my daughters believes there is.
Okay.
And so she just has noticed weird little things, and she gave it a name, the ghost a name.
Notice things like?
You know, something dropping, or a door opening, or a door closing, or just things like that that seem a little surprising.
Yeah. Have things been moved? You haven't
It's
noticed?
hard to say. There's 5 of us in the house.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I don't know if anything's been moved, but I think my daughter believes so.
Okay. The one who named the ghost,
named
and
the
she
ghost.
named the ghost
Jeri.
Jeri.
Yes.
So does she believe it's a woman or a man, or just Jeri?
She just called it Jeri. I didn't ask her if it was a woman or man.
Oh.
Yeah.
So have you all been calling this little ghost Jeri?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call it Jeri. See if it likes it or not.
Yeah,
Maybe he'll
might not.
tell us what his name really is,
Yeah.
or whatever. So this will be fun.
Oh, and a couple other things that I've noticed. My dog isn't eating well since we've moved here.
Oh.
And sometimes he does seem to kind of like bark or stare at the air.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're very sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
The dogs. Huh. Well, let's go find out why.
Okay, let's do it.
So why don't you take me to your room and let's look at the door, and then we'll go in your room and we'll investigate in there and see if we can find something.
Okay.
Okay, lead
Just
the
right
way.
this way.
Yeah. So this is the door, and it keeps getting locked, and so there is a key.
There's a key.
Okay. You know, you really have to turn that. Doesn't just accidentally.
No, you can't just accidentally lock it.
Okay, we're going to use some of our equipment just to see if we can speak with spirit. They can talk to us through some of these things. So I think we're going to start with the ovilus and see if we can get any communication here in your bedroom. Okay. Ask it some questions. Is there anyone in this room with us right now? I need to turn on my gas. It said gas. That's an interesting word.
Well, I've been smelling gas lately.
Have you really?
Yeah.
So you've been smelling gas?
I have been.
Like natural gas? Or gasoline that goes in a car? Really? Only in here or everywhere?
I'll smell it somewhere in the house, and then I'll go get one of my kids and say, "Do you smell something?" They'll say no. But to me, it smells like gas. Sometimes it smells like natural gas. Sometimes it smells like gasoline.
Interesting.
But they don't smell it. I do.
The very next day, after we had finished investigating at Melanie's house, she called me, and I wanted her to explain what had happened.
I remember that day really well.
Yeah.
It was the day after you had come over, and my son had given me a call that morning and told me that he did smell something, and this time he was sure that there was a smell like gas in the house.
So he was getting a strong smell of the gas, like you had been getting.
Right, but it was kind of mysterious. It didn't seem to be in one place, and I didn't recognize it clearly what it was. I called the gas company immediately, and I don't know, it was having my son call me, and then on top of it, having heard the night before the word gas come through the spirit box. And it really struck me.
Gas was the very first word that we got. So I'm glad that that was put in your mind.
Right.
Maybe as a warning.
It really hit me when my son called me, and it actually hit me that night really strong as well when I heard that word. Made you worry a little bit. So you called the gas company. I did, and they came over quickly, and they looked through the house. They did a lot of testing. They were kind of stumbling around, not sure of what it was we were smelling, and then they opened the door to where the furnace is, and there was a clear problem. There was a pipe that was clearly disconnected. They really wanted me to know how serious this was. They said, if you would have turned on this furnace, your son would not wake up in the morning, and he would have passed in his sleep being next to the room with the furnace. Was this a direct gas line into the house? It was inside the house. That's scary. It was really scary. But I'm glad that we did the investigation before something happened. Exactly. So, thank you, little spirit, for letting us know, right? Right. And we decided after that happened, the kids and I, that we have been protected. Good. Good. After we were done with our investigation, I wanted to let you know that we did find out that there was a man who passed away in your home. The people built this home. It was a husband and wife, built this home and lived there 20 plus years, and he did pass away in the home. So I think a lot of the voices that we caught and a lot of the activity is this person. So that's who was locking you out of your bedroom. Makes a lot more sense. Hello, is there anyone here with us in this room? Hi. That man's voice. Can you say hello again? What did it say?
Certainly.
you lock the bedroom door? Revenant? It says relevant. Resident or... Can we have a name? Should we try a different station? Just to... Yeah. Is there a ghost here that the girls have been calling Jeri? Jeri, are you here? Did you hear yes, or? I think that's what I heard. Hi, Jeri. We're going to refer to you as Jeri, just because you've been named. Jeri, why are you here? You said it twice. Do you like the dog that lives in this house?
I do.
You heard I do? That's what I heard too. Why is the dog not eating? Can the dog see you? Why are you locking the bedroom door? Is this your room and you want Melanie not in here? You keep locking Melanie out. I heard something lock door. I heard something lock door and then something. Did you hear that? I heard it. Why are you still here? Why are you here? Is this your house? Interesting. Mine. Do you like the people who are living in this house? My house. Wow. What year did you live here? Holy smokes. Did you hear that? I heard it very clearly. 2000. So why are you hanging out here still? Do you know that you're not in physical form? Did you die while you were living in this house?
In this house.
In this house. It's definitely a man. This is interesting. What is it saying now?
Near music black.
Now it's talking. Let's put the... Do you know what? There is a completely different energy in the bathroom.
Yeah, there
off
is.
of this room. Just walking from this room into there is like a completely different freak.
Nana.
Are you trying to scare them by saying Satan? But you're really a grandma. Named Jeri. No. The lights in your bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, I just want to test something. There's like I heard kind of a high pitch. No. I'm going to find what that was. That's what I was hearing.
Do that again.
That. I was hearing that. Okay. We've been hearing the light in the bathroom make a tick. If there is any presence in the bathroom, can you make that noise again? So it's really weird. It's an interesting way that they communicate.
I understand that.
So do you ever find like coins in weird
Everywhere.
places? Okay. That's one way that spirit communicates. You know, when I have just gotten done vacuuming my house, sometimes I will walk out into the hallway to put the vacuum away, and there's like a quarter.
Right.
And you'll go, that was not there. I just vacuumed this. But they're trying to get your attention, I think, or trying to communicate with you. You said you wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning. Is it pitch black?
Yeah, it's pitch black.
Do you ever see like sparks?
Sometimes I think a spark wakes me up.
Interesting. That's spirit.
Interesting. A couple nights ago, I was laying in bed and my fan was on, and it was just going fast like it always does, and then I just watched it slow down and stop.
It just turned itself
It
off.
just stopped.
So did you go and turn the fan back on? Was it, what happened?
It just turned off. Like,
Did you turn it back on?
I never got up and turned it back on. I just was like, okay, never mind.
And the next day, when you turned it back on, it just started.
It started normal.
Has it? It just. That's the only time
That's
it's
the
ever
only
done.
time, and I just watched it really slowly stop.
That would freak you out a little bit. Just
Yeah,
kind of
just
like,
like,
oh, okay.
Oh,
Either the motor died or.
but it clearly didn't because it started right back up.
Interesting. Should we move to another space? See if we can catch something.
Okay. It is a little odd, isn't
This
it?
room makes my stomach kind of do a different sort of a feeling in here. When I walk in this room, my stomach does flip-flops.
Decompose. Black.
Decompose black. I just am wondering what kind of energy is in here. Those are interesting words. Because it could be something in the yard. Or
I found that dead bird the other day outside.
what color was it?
Yeah, it was gray.
Please. Moss. Soul.
Please, moss, soul. So, did you bury the bird?
We didn't. We threw it away.
Let's go to another one. This is yes and no. Are you the spirit that the girls called Jeri?
No.
No. Are you a man? Yes.
Yes.
It's a man. Is there more than one spirit in this house? Maybe he went to check.
Currently.
Let me go look from room to room.
In this moment.
It's like,
Yeah, it's not moving at all. Oh, yes, it is.
yes.
Oh, there is.
There is more than one spirit, and there goes something else.
Yes. 2?
It said it again.
Does it mean 2 more?
3. Are there more than 3 spirits in this house? That was crazy. Oh, goodness.
It could be either. It could be more than 3 or not.
No.
No.
Is Dimple Dell Canyon a opening to the spirit world, a vortex?
Yes.
Dimple Dell is a vortex, is a spirit highway, is a doorway. Well, I already knew.
You knew that one.
It's coming up to the yes,
Yes.
again. Oh boy, it's going to do it again. It's saying yes, yes, yes.